Should the Warriors run it back next season? Let's get into it. Look, bro, the Warriors can't run it back. At least not with last season's iteration of the team. I mean, the last time we seen these dudes, they got run off the court by the Sacramento Kings in a do-or-die game. The Sacramento Kings. And the craziest part is they didn't even have Malik Monk. Now, don't get me wrong, De'Aaron Fox is nice. But the dude on the Kings that put the most fear in my heart is Malik the Menace Monk. That dude be terrorizing the Warriors, bro. For whatever reason, we can't guard him. The dude's first step is like prime AI, apparently. It's crazy. When I seen Malik Monk was unavailable for this game, I can't even lie and say I wasn't ecstatic. Like, to be honest with you, I was hyped. I thought this was finna be a breeze. But even without Warriors killer Malik Monk, these dudes still got blown off the court by their little bro Sacramento Kings. And it wasn't even close. You would think in a must-win game, do or die, win or go home, this battle-tested veteran group can conjure up enough juice to hold off the Sacramento Kings, bro, without Malik Monk. But nah, that was too much to ask. Which is why the Warriors can't run it back with this iteration of the team. CP3, you gotta go, bro. Look, there's nothing against CP3. And for context, I've always hated Chris Paul. He's always been a top op. I've always despised this man. Even though the Warriors always whooped on Chris Paul, no matter what team he was on, he's always been a top nemesis. And I used to take great joy in his downfall. So naturally, when the Warriors traded for Chris Paul, it all seemed like one sick joke. It took me a while to get used to it, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was weird at first. I was like, man, Chris Paul and the Warriors? How's that even gonna look? But to start the season, it did look weird. But I ain't gonna lie. CP3 started to grow on me. Pause. Even though I always hated his antics on the court, his flopping, his fake tough guy act, everything, bro. But when he's on your team, you start to appreciate those little things. The leadership, the mentorship for the young guys, the cerebral game he plays. But even though Chris Paul is damn near pushing 40 and he's 5'11 and barely has any juice left in the knees, this dude can still impact the game just off his mind, bro. Just off his basketball IQ and his processing speed. Even at his advanced age, he still brings a lot of value to teams, on and off the court, with his mentorship and on-court leadership. But with that being said, it just wasn't a good fit with the Warriors. Chris Paul next to Steph, defensively, it's a joke, bro. Like, come on, bro. You got two old geezers out there D'ing up, man. Like, Chris Paul is 40 years old. He's 5'11", can't move his hips. And granted, Chris Paul's still a solid defender, but he's old. Even though his brain knows where to go and he knows where to be, he has physical limitations. Then you got Stephencurry guarding two guards, bro. At 6'2", 36 years old. Come on, dude. Like, that's like, it's a joke. Like, it's a joke. Can't expect to have a championship caliber defense with Chris Paul and Steph Curry closing games in 2024. It's ridiculous, bro. And then with Curry, you can't trust the man and like make the right decisions anymore. Like, I'm sorry. Ever since Mike Brown left to go be the Kings head coach, you can't trust Steve Kerr to make decisions, man. Like, I'm not saying he's a terrible coach, but his decision-making these past few seasons has been questionable. Now, Chris Paul was just strictly Steph Curry's backup and only play when Curry was off the court. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but Chris Paul's too overqualified for that role. And I don't think Chris Paul wants to do that. Like, Chris Paul still thinks in his mind he's a 30-minute per game player. He shouldn't be getting anywhere near that. It's just not a good fit next to Steph Curry. They both play the same position. They're both already undersized as is. It's not gonna work, bro. So with that being said, Chris Paul, I appreciate your contributions. Got a newfound respect for you, but you gotta go, bro. But first and foremost, before any of that movement, they gotta re-sign Klay. Look, I know the playing game left a bad taste in Warriors fans' mouths, especially when you combine that with Klay's playoff series against the Lakers last season. Postseason Klay has been a disaster these past few years. Like, let's just be honest. But with all that being said, I still won't Klay back re-sign in a lesser role. Even when he's getting cooked on defense and he's not making his shot, the threat of his shooting still opens up the court for his teammates. He can't be your second option anymore. Those days are long gone. But he can be your fourth option. In some games when he's hot, he might be your second option. Sometimes, but not every night. It's time for the transition to the next phase of his career, where honestly he should probably be a sixth man. But we got to convince Klay to stay. All right, question, Warriors fans. What do y'all think is a fair deal for Klay Thompson per year? I'm thinking anywhere from 19 and 22 per year. 20 to 23. I'll say anywhere from 20 to 23. I don't think the Warriors have any interest in giving them anything past a 2-year deal. So I'm thinking 2 for 40 or 2 for 46. Klay's gonna have to leave some money on the table to come back because teams like the Magic are creeping. They can use Klay Thompson. Honestly, any team can use Killer. As long as he dials back his usage and dials back the crazy shots, why wouldn't you want him back? But he does need to come to grips with who he is as a player now. I'm not saying he's not that guy, because at the end of the day, that's still Killer. But Klay, you ain't in your prime no more, dude. It is what it is. We being honest here. You're not in your prime no more. Those days are over with. I commend you for the level you've played at after coming back from 2 lower leg injuries. But at 34 years old, it's time to let some of these young bucks take the reins. Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, these dudes got to step up. And in order for them to be fully empowered, Klay has to take a step back. So hopefully that's a conversation that's had this summer if they do resign Klay. In terms of how the Warriors should improve the team, I'm not going to say the Warriors necessarily need a star to get back to contending, but a star player would be nice. I mean, I still got Steph as a top 5 player, but he's 36 years old, bro. Come on, man. We got to give Steph some help. A star player would be nice. Giannis. That would be the dream scenario. You put Giannis next to the chef, it's curtains, bro. It's a wrap. Joel Embiid. I know he's a playoff fraud, but hey, you put him next to Steph, have him playing off Wardell, off that gravity. Man, Embiid would look nice in a Warriors jersey, bro, as a second option. Or you know what? An empowered first option. Like if Embiid was on his team, I think Steph would be cool with him being a first option. Then Steph kind of picks his spots more since he's 36 years old. But at the end of the day, when it's crunch time, when it's money time, Steph Curry's time. Hey, KD just got swept. He just got another coach fired. First of all, KD, bro, you couldn't get one, bro. You couldn't get one against the Timberwolves, bro. You let Ant Edwards bully you and Devin Booker, bro. That's crazy. Yo, first of all, KD, bro, what's going on with you, dude? This dude got swept for the second time within 3 seasons with 2 different franchises, with 2 different iterations of super teams that he personally handpicked like Nick Fury on some Avenger shit. Come on, KD, you can't go out like that, bro. Life after the Warriors has been a little tough for the Slim Reaper. KD without Steph is officially on fraud watch, bro. But hey, KD with Steph. Come on back to the Bay. Man, no hard feelings. It is what it is. You try to go start your own thing. Didn't work out. You hop from that team to another team, try to start another thing. Didn't work out. Hey, come back to the Warriors. We can get back to winning chips. It's all good, bro. We can make it happen. KD with Steph, that just makes sense. Like they're like the perfect offensive duo. Even though they're both older, if you put them back on the same team again, bro, they're the best tandem in the league, easy. Their games complement each other that much. Look, I ain't gonna lie. If KD wanted back with the Warriors, but he said Draymond has to go first, Draymond's gone, bro. He's gone, bro. Like, he's out of here. Like, I'm packing his bags myself. I'm tired of the Draymond antics. I'm tired of him sabotaging the team. The Warriors finished where they finished this season because of Draymond. Him getting suspended and missing all those games is the reason the Warriors weren't at least a top 4 seed this season. I know I just went on a little bit of a tangent, but I had to get that heat off, bro. Draymond been pissing me off this season. But anyways, in terms of non-star players the Warriors can look at in trades, names that interest me that may or may not be available. I'm looking at Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Brandon Ingram, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mikal Bridges, to name a few. Obviously, in all those trades, I'm not giving up Kuminga in none of them. Probably not Podziemski either. To me, unless I'm getting a superstar back like Giannis or KD, Kuminga and Podziemski are off the table. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. But anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.